Hello folks, Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. Yesterday, if you watched my video, I detailed a big Toyota Tundra. Today is this BMW X6. It's an X-Drive 35i. Guys, what does that mean? I don't know. I get to the point where I can't keep up with what these people are trying to do with their cars and all these little fancy logos. 9 times out of 10 my customers ask me to take that off anyway, so. But what am I doing? I wanted to make a quick video about working on new cars, working on cars that are relatively clean to begin with. This can be a little overwhelming for some people who get into the business or been in the business for a long time, trying to figure out, how do you detail a clean car? How do you detail a new car? Well, that's where sometimes you can overthink the moment. You can, in the idea of trying to over-deliver to your customer, you can spend a lot of time, needless time, and I say that respectfully because I know what some of you are doing. You really want to make sure you dial the car in, and I'm going to do the same. But sometimes you can get caught in a rabbit hole of, boy, do I need to wash this car for 2 hours? Just be really gentle with it. Of course, I'm going to be gentle with it as well. I got to dial everything in. But this car is relatively clean, so what is my point? If you're a professional detailer, I'm going to ask you a question. Is washing a car a detailing service? I know it's part of the detailing service just to simply wash a car, but is that really detailing to you? Is that important to you? Is that, because here's what happens. When I made that video yesterday of that baby over there, that Toyota Tundra, when I made that video, somebody asked me, or made a lot of comments, you know, what do you charge for a customer to wash a car? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. To wash a vehicle, and that would just include removing the loose dirt off the car, washing the vehicle, cleaning the wheels with Meguiar's Wheel Brightener, super clean the wheel wells, I am $60 an hour. Holy crap, Scott. You could, maybe some of you are, well, I can wash a car and dry it, and that might be an hour, maybe 2 hours. Well, if it takes you 2 hours to wash and dry a car, I'm going to charge the customer $120. That's even before I put any wax or sealant on it. That sounds outrageous, right? Well, that's by design, my friends, and I'm going to tell you why. Detailing to me is detailing. It's stuff like removing the bonded contaminants, using a clay bar, using a synthetic clay, using some type of chemical process to remove the bonded contaminants, prepping the panel appropriately with a good paint prep. You choose which one you like so that when you put a wax or a sealant on the car, it truly can bond to the clear coat. Washing a vehicle to me is, I'm going to say it, folks, I'm going to say it loud and clear, and it's going to piss some detailers off. Washing a car to me is a waste of time. I'm too expensive to wash cars in the first place. You have to decide, well, boy, I'll wash this car for $20. Why do you guys do that? Well, you do that because most people can wash cars. Most people know how to get a garden hose out, get a bucket of car soap, and then wash it down. I will agree with you, a professional detailer knows how to do it more appropriately with not putting scratches in the paint. Maybe they're using a 2-bucket system. Maybe they're using a high-quality pH neutral soap. I get all that. I understand all that. I honor all that. But one of the reasons why I do not change my prices when it comes to washing somebody's car, they say how much to wash this car. Let's say it's a 2-hour moment. Washing it, drying it, detailing out the wheels, just cleaning it. Okay, that's an hour and a half to me, maybe 2 hours. I don't know, maybe I want to be lazy that day and take my time. Guess what I'm going to charge the customer? Anywhere from $100 to $120. Well, most people in the real world are going to go, Scott, that's too expensive. And my next response in my body, in my head is, thank God you said that out loud. Because I got a deal for you. If you want me to detail your car, truly put a high quality paint sealant on it, really dial in these wheels, dress the wheel wells, maybe do a 1-step polish on your car, provide a high quality paint sealant, do it appropriately so that it bonds to the clear coat well. You know what I tell my customer? Thank you for saying I'm too expensive to wash your car. Why don't you wash your car before I get there? Some of you are going, how do you get away with that? Well, here's the deal. If I tell a customer it will take $400 to detail this car and they say I'm too expensive, I'll say, well, I can save you some money. And they'll go, how? Why don't you make sure your car is washed before I get there? I'll lower my price so this way I can get right to detailing a vehicle, because washing a car don't mean to ruffle feathers, don't mean to get people pissed off, but in the real world of auto detailing and being profitable and really, I mean, come on, let's be honest, guys, how much advancements are there in car soap? When you, as a professional detailer, get on forums, when you research high quality products, how much time are you spending looking at car soaps? Well, some of you have looked at car soaps, you found the one that you like. This is not a sexy process, washing a car. Just about anybody can do it. And again, professional detailers know how to do it right so we don't scratch the paint. But does that translate into the real world? I can tell somebody the reason why I get $60 to wash a car is because I won't scratch your paint. And they'll go, well, I already have scratches on the paint. Well, I take it to the car wash. I don't really know how that translates in my mind, but I'm not really worried, to be honest with you, with scratching the car. It's already scratched. So I tell them, take the car washing process out, take it to your car wash, do whatever you got to do, spend $5, $7 to go through a tunnel, and when I get to your home, I can actually detail the car and dial that sucker in. You're going to pay me for high quality products, knowing how to apply them, remove the bonded contaminants from the car, so the products that I use will actually bond to the clear coat, and I lower my price for them. Yes, there are many customers who actually pay me $60 an hour to wash that car. There are customers out there that will do that. But for the most part, I'm just asking you professional detailers to kind of run that scenario through your head, because I had many say, boy, it takes me 3 or 4 hours to just do a basic detail, washing, cleaning out the wheel wells, cleaning the tires, putting a fancy layer of wax and sealant. Well, if it's taking you 3 or 4 hours to do that, you've got to pay for that. You have to decide how much that costs. And a lot of times, this word pisses me off in auto detailing when it comes to a lot of people on YouTube. What do they always say to you? Try to find ways to over-deliver to your customer. I always try to find ways to over-deliver to my customer, but it's going to be appropriate. You want to know why? Because I find a lot of professional detailers will over-deliver to their customer while they're throwing themselves under the bus. They're tired, they're exhausted, they over-delivered. And are you really seeing the benefit from it? Are the customers calling you back? Did you make more money by over-delivering? I don't know, you have to decide, but I think over-delivering is nice. It's got to be appropriate. But you have to ask yourself, who gives a crap about you? Do you honor and respect yourself? Because let me tell you something, you can over-deliver all day long to customers. You have to sit down and be honest with yourself. Does it really translate into more business? I don't know. You have to figure that out. And how far are you willing to over-deliver? In the meantime, you're sacrificing your own body, your own time, your own energy. Is it translating appropriately in your world? So that's my little rant this morning. Now on this car here, I'm not going to overthink the moment. I'm just going to wash it to get the loose dirt and dust off it. I'm going to strip whatever's on the car. There's something on it. I got a feeling it's a spray wax or some type of detail spray, because it doesn't feel like it has a lot of integrity on the panel. I can actually feel some areas are slick, and then all of a sudden it gets very squeaky clean, like somebody just put a spray wax on it, maybe didn't hit all the areas, plus it's not really water beading the way I think it should, or sheet off. So I'm going to strip this car of whatever's on it, clean it, and then I'm going to take it into the shade and I'm going to lightly decontaminate it. I'm not feeling a lot of bonded contaminants on this car, but I'm still probably going to use a clay bar, and I'll only clay in areas where there are contaminants. If there are no contaminants on the panel, and I can confirm that, there's no reason to clay in those areas. That's just the way it goes. It's a brand new car. Most likely the vertical panels are going to be fine. I might find some contaminants on the horizontal. In fact, that's what I'm already seeing. I'll take care of them. Maybe I'm going to find some contaminants around the wheel well. After that, I'm going to use a light polish and go around this car quickly just to get it to pop and shine. I'm going to use Menzerna Power Lock on it. And then after that, I'm going to put Meguiar's Fast Finish on top of it. So the next video I make is going to be this car all done. I'll go through the process with you, why I chose to use Menzerna, what polish I chose to use, and why I chose to use Meguiar's Ultimate Fast Finish over the top of Menzerna, because I'm not a big fan of topping products, but I'm going to do it in this scenario, and I'll tell you why. Hopefully, folks, I didn't ruffle too many feathers with my philosophy there. If you're having a hard time finding customers paying you to wash their car so you can just now get to the part of detailing it, why don't you ask them to wash their car? Adjust your prices so when you're going to their home, you're just detailing the car. You're not washing it, you're not cleaning it. That is not a detailing. I know it's part of the detailing world, it's part of the service, it's a necessary evil to get the dirt off the car. But you gotta ask yourself, if I had that out of the equation, could I lower my prices and get right to the beauty of what I do, and then people can truly appreciate what you do? You're not beating yourself up. You're not spending an hour and a half too long on a car where you just basically tried to wash it. Just my thoughts, just my opinions, wanted to share them with you. I don't have to be, doesn't have to be right, doesn't have to be wrong. But when it comes to business, you got to figure out ways to be more profitable. And that may be a simple little tip for you to be able to do that. I don't want you guys exhausted, beat up, over delivering to your customers, and you're empty for it. You feel shallow, you feel tired, you feel unappreciated. Somebody's got to appreciate you, my friend, and it's going to be you that does it. Figure out your value, your worth, over deliver when it's appropriate, but somebody's got to over deliver to you too. You deserve it. Figure out how to do it. I appreciate it, guys. Till next time. Love ya.